Welcome everybody, it's Saturday here, and we got ourselves a 1v1 in the lower left-hand corner. It is KINGJON playing as the Red Terran. In the lower right-hand corner playing as the Zerg. Wowzer, might be an off-race day today. It is maduckJr here for Team Copper. Remember everybody, Challenge Friday coming up here. Leaderboards are now going to go up here for Challenge Friday. Challenge for next Friday here is build yourself 3 bases before you are able to mine any gas and get the win and submit that. Win or loss submitted, I will cast the losses on Thursday and the wins on Friday. Let's get this baby going. None of these guys looking to get any scouting out here. maduckJr not going any 6 pool, so nothing cheesy coming out of him here. KINGJON isn't doing nothing. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting the supply depot. I was getting a little bit worried about you there, KINGJON. You're a little bit late on that supply depot, but fair enough. Both these guys are Silver League. I can't tell you that much here. And we do have the Overlord is going to start moving out here for maduckJr at this point in time here. KINGJON is not going to wall off at all here. I don't recommend that by no means. Anytime you are playing against Zerg, I definitely recommend you wall off, because 9 times out of 10 in the Silver or Bronze League, you are going to get rushed and you're going to get your arse whooped. But that isn't going to happen in this case, as we do see there's still no spawning pool coming out for maduckJr. We will forgive him, though. He is going to go to a macro heavy game here. No reason to get the spawning pool on at any point in time. Usually 10 pool is the latest I like to put it out, but that's my preference here. He's just waiting a little bit longer. Basically put it out at 12. Nothing wrong with that. Like I say, he is playing his off race, or at least I haven't seen him play as Zerg yet here. And now we're going to plant a supply depot down on the bottom ramp as well here, so looking to wall off and get that natural going here pretty soon, I would have to imagine, for KINGJON. It's a beautiful day up here today here. Blue skies and sunshine once again here. I do believe we are supposed to hit the 30-degree mark one more time. And whenever I say that, remember, we are in Celsius in the Great White North here, so it is fairly hot for us up here. And there goes the barracks down for KINGJON, so he's doing pretty well so far. The gas is already down for maduckJr, just finishing up there. And his spawning pool is now out here as he's looking to expand. Good for you, my good man, getting that nice early expand out there, singing the hatch into the natural there. So very good choice. Blowing up our APM tab. There you go. You can tell I'm not lying to you. Both these guys are Silver League. They're both riding an average of about 26 to 14 here. But it does look like good old maduckJr there. He's really rocking away there. He was all the way up to 60 at one point in time there. So very well done there. And yes, he is going to wall off what looks like the super supply depot wall. So very well done for you, KINGJON. And the second barracks will go down as well there. Take a look at the production tab here. We'll see if anybody starts throwing down something sweet. Something cheesy, something interesting here, other than the standard build we're seeing so far. I do have a queen finally coming out for maduckJr. If I have to make a recommendation, just a little bit earlier on the queen would be the only thing I would have to say. Other than that, they're not doing too bad for Zerg build so far here. There's the third barracks going down here. KINGJON sticking with the barracks and going to stick with that complete supply depot wall. Nicely done. There he goes. Gets the Overlord in the base here. So going to get a little bit of intel for maduckJr. KINGJON doesn't want to do any scouting apparently. There's the second gas going down for KINGJON. There he goes, across the middle line. He's basically just going to see a bunch of barracks. He's going to tell that the add-on's going on to the one there. And we'll get a scouting of an engineering bay, quite possibly. Not too sure if you've seen that at all there. Let's take a look here. Yes, he did see the engineering bay. Now, whether or not he was quick enough to click on that and see what it was, I'm not too sure. And after that, we're going to get down 2 more supply depots to finish this wall off. Alright, just going to sit there and have a little bit of a break. Realize the boss isn't watching at this point in time here. There's the queen down at the natural as well. It's just his first queen. Okay, he hasn't built a single one for the natural yet there, but he is doing fairly good macro-wise here. Doesn't have any offensive units on the map other than the queen so far. So might want to start getting a few dogs out there, maybe do a little bit of harassment or move around here. None of these guys actually have any offensive units. We can probably speed this baby up till we get into some gameplay action here. Does have a lot of overlords though, so none of these guys have supply block themselves, so very impressive in that regards. And he does have layer technology, so maduckJr really teching up quick here. He is doing creep spread as well, which is very impressive. Not seen very much in the lower leagues here, so very good on the creep spread. And there's the finish to the wall there. I always like whenever you see a 5 supply depot wall go down the natural, I love it. My favorite wall. All right, getting out a bunch of Marines. Wowzer. This is Silver League at its best. We're going 3 barracks on 3 reactors and just shit Marines out. He is getting ground level 1 though as well, so that's very smart there. Nice to see upgrades. And maduckJr doing very well. Gets a good transfer there, or didn't even transfer, built all those. Wow, 10 drones over there. doing the creep spread. So he's covered his entire base and his natural in creep spread. So very, very impressive, my good young man, maduckJr. At the same time here, does he have a building going down? It is the Spire, the choice of all Bronze and Silver League player. Getting to the Spire, the Mass Muta. I love it. I imagine that's what we're going to see, as I don't see any dogs on the field. Unless he has some building. He is getting metabolic boost and dogs. There you go. Eat my words. He's got 18 dogs coming to the field. Metabolic boost is coming to the field. So he might look to put a little bit of early pressure on. Overseer coming down as well here. So very well done there. Take a look at the units tab here. He has a total of 24 dogs on the field, and a couple overseers will be coming out at the same time here. He's going to have to get that second gas down at the natural. You want a minimum, in my opinion, of 4 gases going if you're going to go to a muta build, because it is a very heavy gas build when you're spitting 100 out for each muta there. So definitely going to want to get some more gas out. And we do have a tech lab, so it does look like he's going to get to Marine Marauder Medevac, the choice of all players, basically, as it is a very strong build, whether you be a master or you be a bronze player. Marine Marauder Medevac has been a tough one to deal with for a long time. Factory is building here. Is that his second factory going down here? It is. Yes, it is his second factory. The other one is on a reactor, which leads me to believe we are going to see some Widow Mines coming out, or maybe even some Hellions there just to do a little bit of harassment here. And might even do some Hellbats, but I do not see an armory at this point in time. But it is starting to build the turrets there. Usually when you get this late in the game, you haven't seen an offensive unit. That is a very good choice by KINGJON, because you're usually probably going to see Muta out of a Zerg player. But look at the dog count. Wow, there are 48 dogs on the field. And he is shooting out some more creep spread here, getting another Overseer. Definitely likes the Overseers. Maybe keeping an eye out for Cloak Banshees. Well, either way, Overseers are good. I've seen a lot of people that will build strictly Overseers just because they're a lot faster than the Overlords. So they are nice to have on the map. And other than that, nobody minding the gas down here. So a little bit of a strange decision by maduckJr. here. If you are going to go Spire, like I say, you want to get that gas. But he is going Infester, so he's giving himself an option here. He's teching right up here, very good here. And is going to go into a Hive technology. So might actually be looking to get into possibly some Ultralists, I would have to imagine there, but we'll soon find out. Very interesting. We can probably speed this up one more time, as none of these guys seem too intent on leaving their base. Could be one of those, I'll get to 200, you get to 200, and let's meet in the middle, son. Here we go. It does look like the reactor is going to go down there as well to help him with the medevac. So he's going to have 2 starports with 2 reactors, and is getting all his upgrades here, all on one tech lab on a barracks. Very well done, my good man. And he is also, he's going to choose to go with the Hellions with the blue flames. Very interesting, getting some tanks out as well here. So both these guys, they're basically giving themselves all the options in the world. Good third expansion by maduckJr. Very smart there. Just a ton of dogs on the field. Holy Christ, 70 dogs on the field and 1 muta. I think maduckJr. just realized that he's got no gas. He's got to start getting some out. Well, he does have gas saved up, but not spending it for some reason. Let's take a look. He's not injecting larva. Alright, definitely needs to start getting that larva inject going, as it would be very handy, or at the very least, throw a macro hatch down there. But when you're going straight dogs, it doesn't matter. He's got a very good combination here. Not going to go with Banelings this time here. Is he going to go with the Ultralisk Cavern here? Not as of yet, but is getting air upgrades, so it leads me to believe we are going to see a lot more mutas on the field here. No Evo Chamber, so probably not going to see any upgrades for the ground units here. But down here we do have a lot of, so holy Christ. Apparently the single supply depot line was not enough. We're going to go with the double reinforced supply depot line there. Very well done. KINGJON, you're a machine. Getting out a lot more siege tanks here. And he is getting out Hellions from this one here. So he's going to double up on the Hellion build there. And is this the one we're waiting for? There it is. The Ultralisk Cavern right on cue almost. And it's getting a ton. Here's the mutas we were waiting for. He did spend all that gas. Now he's realizing how much he needs. Still missing some over here. So maybe not quite on the ball today for maduckJr. But he does need to get that going. And I imagine he's going to get some gas down here pretty quick as well here. Like I say, does need a lot of gas. Especially if you're going to get into Ultras. You're not going to do that with less than 4 to 6 gas. But either way, he does have a very good compilation here. Wow, 133, 128. Both these guys very even. Let's slow this down. We'll take a look. Oh, get them all out of the way. Those are the Bronze and Silver League Overlords I like. Get them out of the way. They're a nuisance. Don't use them for scouting. Fair enough. But let's take a count here. Wow, there's Swarm Host too. We're not pissing around. 3 Swarm Hosts, 9 mutas, 90. You heard me, 90 dogs. And we do have some locusts already coming out here. So he is spitting the locusts out to do a little bit of his scouting, I would have to imagine. Or he's just spitting them out for fun. I'm not entirely sure where they are at here. Oh, they're just spitting them out for fun. Fair enough. He's got them burrowed at the entrance there, so they're just coming out as natural. naturally. At the other end there, we do have 34 Marines, 5 Marauders, 3 tanks, 4 Vikings, 7 Hellions. Both these guys are trying with every unit they can. Wowzer, this is a lot here. There's the Overlords flying into their rally point there, right into the army there. This guy's still complete. King John here, still getting his supply depots going here. Also has some idle SCVs standing around here. Lots of breaks when you work for King John. Lots of guys mining. Holy Christ, 26 on the needed 9, so very well done. Might want to work on transferring them, but instead he's going to use mules, which is just equal to having the transfer. Apparently this mule doesn't have to do anything. He just stands there and stares at everybody. He's a gold rank king boss muta. King John has the King John mule. Mule has the King John mule. There's the SCV transfer. There we go. Pretty much saturates that entirely up here. Did he end up leaving enough up there? 9-3 up there. Now still has a couple extras. Could look at getting a third expo out here, or a second expo, I guess, third base out there. And over here, he has saturated all his gas. Did he finish saturating this one? Yes, he did. There we go. maduckJr is on the ball. Everybody's mining now at this point in time. So he does have all his gases fully saturated here, and has all the proper drone transfers up here as well. So both these guys will probably move out pretty soon here, as we could probably sit here and base that on the food count. It is 174 to 158. Get those Overlords out of there. They're just a nuisance. Put them in the corner and let them sit there in shame. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. Probably going to do 1 or 2 more games here in a little bit here. We are heading out to a barbecue tonight, so I getting these up somewhat early for me. Usually I like to do them at night, but they're going to come out nice and early. So will tomorrow's, as I am closing, so I'll be working until 11 p.m. So they'll be coming out early as well. There's the Ultralists in that combo. Let's run through this combination. 3 Swarm Hosts, 4 Ultras, 12 Mutas, 98 dogs. Holy, that's a lot of dogs. Maybe we want to throw some banelings in there as well to use those dogs for that, but either way, he is going to elect to start moving out at this point in time. There's some more Ultras on the map there. There's the 4. All 4 Ultras are now on the map here. Only 3 siege tanks at the other end for King John. Don't know if that's going to go overly well for him, as those siege tanks would be the hard counter to these Ultralists here. But he is going to move out here, and this should be a fairly decent attack. Whether or not he's going to get to the wall, I'm not too sure, but he's going to have a hard time dealing with those Ultras there. But he might have enough tanks because he does have the super duper wall here, so might be a little bit tough for him to get through. But at the same time, he's only got the 2 siege tanks there and the 1 on the high ground here. So not a lot of units down here to start forcing the stoppage here, so it should be fairly interesting. There's the siege tank. They're going to start melting away the dogs here. Mutas need to focus down either the siege tanks or that turret first. There goes the turret right away here. Now start focusing down the siege tanks, which he does on cue there. Ultralist can't quite get in. There's too many supply depots, too many dogs in the way. There we go. Has built a hole. Everything's getting through the base here. This is great big trouble for him. There's the blue flame. Not going to do a lot for the Ultras. I don't believe anybody has any upgrades for maduckJr on the ground here. No upgrades on the ground, but does have the upgrades for the air here. And some of these Ultras are actually going down fairly decent. Wow. It is a fairly big attack. A lot of Marines come down. They all stim up there. They do a good job here. 3 more Ultras going to try and come in here. Has literally supply blocked King John very bad here because of that supply depot wall. A lot of those supply depots end up going down. Does end up fending that off there, but still has a few more dogs in the mineral line, taking out a couple more SCVs. So not too bad there. It worked out pretty good. He's got the 1 dog in there. Nobody really cares to kill that dog. He's just going to stand there and work its way by killing a few more of these SCVs. Not entirely sure why he doesn't kill that dog, but either way, a dog will be there forever trying to kill SCVs. We'll probably watch him for a little while. Wow. This is one good dog here. Can I click that dog? The dog's so sneaky. There's the dog. 3 kills he's got in that mineral line. Not entirely sure why. There, he moved into the siege tank fire. And some Thors. He didn't actually end up moving his swarm host down at all, but that's quite fine. They can guard the front entrance there. Like I say, his third's going fairly well here. In the income count there, he's got a ton of money, but realizing now he's got absolutely no gas. So he can build a crap ton of dogs here, which is exactly what he is going to do here. There we go. Now we're starting to pump up with the larva injects there. And there goes some more mutas on the field. Spends pretty much all his gas there, but has some more if you want to start pumping out a lot more mutas here. And it has completely mined it out up here. Has a couple idle drones sitting up there. Still haven't seen any infestors out, some banelings out. I was hoping to see one of every unit. He was pretty darn close, but either way, or Vipers as well. Vipers, I don't know. I don't like Vipers myself. They're tough to use. Way too much concentration to try and use them. There we go, 5 Ultras. Holy Christ. So he's got a big Ultralist count up here. Did he end up getting the upgrade? He did get the upgrade for the 2 armor for the Ultras, so that will buff them up quite a bit here. And we will come to another bit of a standstill here as both these guys are going to build up. 4th is going down here. At the same time, King John really needs to get his 3rd up at some point in time here. He's having a lot of troubles with the mineral count here. maduckJr, on the other hand, he is doing very well macro-wise here. Has a lot of money, has a lot of gas, but it does appear that KINGJON has surpassed him in food count here. But that is just due to the mass amount of dogs that maduckJr had on the map there. Well, we can probably just sit back for a little bit longer here. Both these guys are going to stand here. Finally, all these idle SCVs have elected to go back to work here. But when they go back to work, you might want to put them on a third base, my good man, because this base is completely saturated, plus some there, 30 to 21 needed there. There we go. maduckJr does get his fourth base down here, and we can probably speed this up one more time as all these guys are going to macro up again. There's all those locusts. They're all rallied to go down the bottom here of the base there. Make sure nothing gets in there, and the dogs will guard that as well. There's the drone transfer there. They're going to get across the map. He's going to accumulate all his army right in the bottom of that ramp there and get them ready to go out at some point in time here. Look at that massive amount of ultras. Holy, 8 ultras on the map here. You would have thought that would have led KINGJON to start building some more tanks, but no, he's going to stick with that masked up stim marine count, which does a lot when you got a good sized wall to defend it. Still do a lot of DPS and massacre a lot of these ultras before they get through that. But at the same time, you might want to get some more DPS out there, like some more siege tanks out there, as they deal with it a lot better. Still has the one Hellion on the map here, so that Hellion's going to help out as well. And the 4 Thors, so 4 Thors should be pretty decent as well, but has a lot of Vikings, so he definitely has the counter to the mutas here. And here we go. Looks like the war is going to happen at this point in time. Hellion gets in first there. There goes the Vikings. They're going to go to work on those mutas here. They should do a fairly good job against the mutas here. And we're going to get a big attack as these ultras are going to all move in there. Should be able to clean up with that big splash damage. Really start massacring through all these Marines. They're going to do as best they can. Losing them left, right, and center. Down to 3 ultras, 2 ultras, 1 ultra. Wowzer, the ultra should get melted. But the mutas are going to work. They've finished off pretty much everything. Only 3 mutas left now. Wow. maduckJr could be in a bit of trouble at this point in time as they're going to move right up on the top of the base here. Don't think he has any vision. Might want to get a scan down here once he does get up here, as he will have those locusts spitting out left, right, and center here. Does have a spine car at the top. There gets a couple meters. They go down right away here. This could be very big trouble for maduckJr. He's going to push really hard here. The one spine car needs to get some scanning going here, as he cannot see those swarm hosts yet. So I'm not too sure if he's aware that they're sitting and he's sitting right on top of the swarm host, but really needs to get that going. maduckJr is going to lose this expansion fairly easily. maduckJr could be in a lot of trouble. 151 to 83 in food count here. This could be the end of him here. Still a little bit surprised we have not seen the scan go down. But then again, it is only 3 swarm hosts, so it won't be a whole ton by no means. And what is he actually trying to get out here? Some more dogs. I don't think that's going to do a whole lot of good. We'll end up losing all those dogs as well here. The only thing he's got left really is these 3 swarm hosts, which, like I say, are not going to do a whole ton of damage as they don't have a lot of locusts coming out of him here. He's going to move right up into the main here, and this could be the finishing blow that might finish maduckJr off. And there we go. Kills the rest of the dogs there. We'll come in. Once these buildings go down here, that should pretty much be the end. maduckJr will not be able to build any more offensive units here, yet he is still larva injected, and he's trying right to the end there. Those little bit of broodlings don't do a whole ton of damage coming out of the buildings there, and that should pretty much be GG. Very well done, KINGJON. My condolences to you, maduckJr. Like I say, it was an off race for him, but he did play it pretty decent. You know, he had a lot of good combinations of units there. Just didn't end up working out in the end for him. I think that super supply depot wall is what killed him there. He is canceling all these to try and save as much money as he can, but at the same time, he can't really build anything at this point in time. Does have 6 mutas on the field, though, and he is actually going to the other end with his dogs, so he's trying to counter this, but I don't think it's going to work. There's too many siege tanks in the Thor up here. Should easily be able to finish these dogs off. As you can see, they are going to go down one by one here, and even more Marines and Marauders there. So that should pretty much spell the end here. He did end up moving the mutas across the map here. He's going to try to do as much damage as he can. Going to fly up to see if there's an expo up here, but no, he was basically running on 2 base the entire time. I'm not too sure what KINGJON's doing. He's kind of sitting back. I think he figures he's got the game won as he hasn't moved his army. There we go. Now the army's finally going to move out here and try and finish off what is left here. Not too sure he realizes these swarm hosts are here. He should realize it with the locusts that keep standing around there. But either way, he is not electing to scan. I do know that he has the scan ability. And there we go. That was the end of it there. Finally, maduckJr does end up giving the GG. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Send in your Friday challenges. Build 3 bases before you can build any gas. Leaderboard will go up for next Friday, and we will start doing some point-based system. All right, I will leave you guys with this. If the scales are on your lizard, your ghetto blast in the right-hand corner of the room, make sure you got the proper picture on your wall. Thanks so much for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.